What's going on out there in YouTube land, Facebook, Twitter, wherever you watch me from? It's another quick hitter from the Power Quick Pot Jock. And this time I'm back in the kitchen with the Power Quick Pot. I was in the basement the other day cooking salmon. And today I'm having leftovers. Yes, it happens. And I need a side dish to have with my salmon. So I'm just going to run a quick video on rice again. You've already seen it. If you haven't checked my other videos, subscribe to the channel. Click the bell so you can be included on when I drop new videos so you know when it happens immediately. So hey, take time to do that. It's also sponsored by ThatXpression. You already know how we do. Train hard, take over, all kinds of apparel. And also now I got a new lineup as well for some Power Quick Pot trendy apparel as well, book bags, all kinds of stuff. So check it out. All those links in the description as well. So today I'm going to be using broth instead of the white rice in the water episode that I did the other day. Well, it's been a couple of weeks now since I've done that. And it should give it a little more flavor than just basic water. And we're going to see how it comes out. Shouldn't take no time. I'll be showing you some up close angles on what I'm selecting on the Power Quick Pot. If you've watched my videos in the past, you know that I do it from an angle. So today I'm gonna bring it up a little closer so you can see what I'm choosing on the display pad, so you can know what to choose on your Power Quick Pot. And we'll go from there. Taste test, end of the show, into the next episode. So sit back and let's do another one. Here we go. All right, so basically all I have is a little olive oil. I got my broth, my rice, and I pre-rinse the rice so it get all the starches out of it. You know, you want to do that ahead of time. It's not a requirement, but a lot of people like to do that, so I did it as well. And all that we need from that point on, if you want to put some salt in it, go ahead. I'm not putting any salt in my rice. I'm just going to throw it all in the pot. Select the rice function on the Power Quick Pot. Let that thing cook for about 10 minutes and it'll be a done deal. So here we go. So basically you start off, just add a little bit of olive oil to the pot. I like to do that even if I'm using the broth, because you never know once this stuff starts to, once it starts to cook and it's done, it keeps it from sticking to the bottom of the pot. So I just add a little olive oil to it. And from there, I'm just going to add my cup of rice. And then from there, I'm going to pour in maybe a cup and a half of broth to start the cooking process. So as you can see, you just want to add your rice to the pot. Make sure you get everything out. And then you just fill up the same cup if you have the stuff that come with your Power Quick Pot with the broth, and then that's a done deal. So I've added 1 cup of broth, and here's the second one. It's not quite all the way to the top. I just want to make sure that a lot of people like to do 1 cup of rice, 1 cup of broth or water, but I'm gonna do like 1 cup and 3/4. That's it. Simple, easy as cake. So from here, you can stir it up a little bit if you want to, but it's not required. But I like to kind of make sure everything is evenly spread across the bottom of the pot before I place it back into the device itself. There we go. So the lid's off, and I put my pot back into the pressure cooker. So now I'm gonna put the lid back on this thing, make sure all the vents is closed on it, and I'll take it down to the display and let you know the settings that I'm choosing. Okay, so hopefully you can see the screen now, the display. So to cook rice, all I'm gonna do is hit this pressure. You got all these options that you can select from. So I want to cook rice, so I know that's going to be under my pressure button. So I'm gonna hit pressure on it. That turns your device on. Right now that thing there is flashing on custom. I want to select white rice, so I'm gonna use my little knob here to go over to that side. And right now it's flashing on white rice with medium of 8 minutes, but I want to go 10 minutes. So I'm gonna press my little activation button here in the middle. It's on the white rice selection of medium of 8 minutes. I want to go 10, so I just turn this little knob here and it sets it to high, 10 minutes. If I turn it again back the other way to the left, it says medium. Turn it one more time, low, 6 minutes. I'm gonna do 10 minutes, so I'm gonna bump it back up to high, 10 minutes. Hit the little depress key again, and that starts the process. Pretty simple. Got all these little other functions that you can use based on whatever it is that you're cooking. You select it, go from there. You can use the manual button and the timer to change all the times that it has on the by default settings. So if it says 10 minutes and you know you need 12 minutes, you actually hit timer, bump it up to 12 minutes. So I'm gonna let this build up the pressure, and once it does that, the cooking process is going to start for 10 minutes. This display should turn red. That lets you know that, hey, the process is started. Then we'll be able to release the valve on it. Then once that's complete, open it up and you should be ready to eat. Here we go. The display has turned red and you can hear some wonderful things happening within the pot itself. So once that's complete, it'll beep and let you know that the process is done, and we'll be able to release the steam from the pot and then open up the lid and see what new masterpiece we have ready to eat. Alright, so the cooking process is over. You now see a series of zeros. It beeped, and so now I'm going to release it. And then from there, once that's complete, you can take your lid off safely and see what you have in store. All right, so that's done now. So I'm gonna turn the dot off of closed to open. Let the water drip back into the pot. Try not to burn yourself because the steam that's actually coming from the pot is a little hot. I'm gonna lay that to the side. Go ahead and turn the keep warm button off. Blue screen means it's not cooking anymore. And I'm gonna reposition the camera, so hold tight. All right, so there you have it. Rice with broth instead. You know, the alternative, you can use water, but I used broth this time. As you can see, it kind of gave it a different color because the broth itself. And we can do a quick taste test, and that'll be the end of the video. You can check my other videos as well. Check my playlist. I got a lot of things in store for you, and I got a lot of things that's coming, so hang tight, subscribe to the channel, and we'll be right back with the taste test. All right, so there you have it. Taste test. Tastes even better when you use broth because it adds to the flavor. So going forward, I'll probably just cook all my rice, unless I'm having guests and they prefer to have it cooked in water. Probably just cook all mine in some type of broth just to give it that added flavor, and instead of having to add like sauce and things of that nature. So there you have it. Cooking with gas, the Power Quick Pot Jock. Another video on rice. The first one was on water, but this time I used broth. So hey, try it out for yourself if you haven't already. You don't always have to use water, so you can mix it up a little bit, give it that much flavor, different flavor, you know, to add to your meals as a side dish. So I'm gonna throw this on the side with my salmon, have a nice little quick meal with that, and think about what I'm bringing to you guys next. So until then, Power Quick Pot Jock. That's another hit from the Power Quick Pot, and we'll see you next time. All right.